2021, and I'm going to call this Robbinsville Tourism meeting to order. I don't know, Dirk, if you've got to look at all of the agenda and all that, but do you see anything that you need to change in it?
I'm happy with it. I'm sitting here looking at it.
Okay, I'm gonna make a motion to approve the agenda.
Second.
Okay, I have a question about, oh yeah. In favor, yes.
Okay. And has everybody had a chance to look at the September the 27th? It was pretty much no, that was October, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
No meeting in October.
Well, yeah, this is the one.
There should be some October ones somewhere, shouldn't there?
No, we didn't have a quorum.
Right.
We didn't get to have one.
Oh, that's right, I remember.
Mhm.
Okay, well, I'm good with these minutes if you're looking for a motion.
Yeah, make a motion to approve the minutes for the September 27th meeting.
So many, so moved.
Okay.
I'll second.
Okay, now Sonia's gonna give us our financial report.
Okay, since you didn't have the October meeting, I wanted to go ahead and present you your September budget versus actual. The bottom line is that you brought in $9,716 more than you spent for your budget versus actual for September. That's on your first page. On your second page, I wanted to do a comparison because we had mentioned that your occupancy tax has increased since COVID. And one of the council had asked me, was that because of Airbnb, or is it the hotels? And so I did a summary of your top 3 occupancy collectors, and as you can see, there's a gradual increase. If you look at the first one, you have increased $6,031 since July of 2018. But if you just look at that top row compared to July 18th to July 21st, those first 2 months have increased by $3,276. So overall, your occupancy tax has increased 150% from your July 2018 to your July 2021. So you're definitely seeing an increase in occupancy tax. I don't know if the reason is just COVID, but it's definitely an increase, and that's good.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted you to also have a copy of your unrestricted fund balance. You received that with your financials, but I just wanted to make a mention that your unrestricted fund balance, which means your savings account that you can spend, is $103,012. It helps keep you in line with what is out there for you to spend. Your October budget versus actual, you have brought in $11,870 more than you've spent. And then on the second page there for your October packet, I have a budget amendment number 2 that the board needs, I would like the board to vote on. And this is to record the revenue and expenses for your 2021 community grant that you received for $2,500. That's your project, right? Passport. Yes. Okay. So we'll increase the income budget amount, and we will increase your tourism promotion budget amount, because the way I understood it, you wanted to use that towards your passport program project. So I was just wanting to see if the board would like to approve that budget amendment number 2.
I'm really having trouble hearing her, but it sounds like we have more money than we thought, and does she want to do a budget amendment to put that extra money in the budget?
Well, Karen got the grant. It's a budget amendment to include the grant in the budget.
Sure.
So basically, right?
Yeah.
it was $2,500 for the Passport to Adventure grant, and
Yeah.
we just deposited the check into the RTA account, so that this moves it to, increased tourism promotion, am I correct?
Tourism promotion, that's right, so you can spend this $2,500 on your passport program.
I'm gonna make a motion that we, do a budget amendment and take the $2,500 into the account.
I say
Second.
Dirk can say.
And then the only other thing that I had was I wanted to mention that your 4 check signers are Teresa Golan, Sean Adams, Debbie Beasley, and myself, and you'll need 2. And since Sean was no longer a board member, I thought the board, I just wanted them to be aware of that yes, we could have him sign once he's sworn in as the mayor, if you wanted to, or you could replace that check signer or remove him. I just wanted y'all to be aware. I don't know if we brought that to your attention.
Who are the check signers again? Will you tell me one more time? Debbie, me,
Her and Karen, no?
Sean, Teresa, Debbie, and Dirk.
And no, right now it's Sonia, Teresa, Sean, and Debbie.
I wouldn't, there's no reason for me to be a check signer, but I would think since Sean will be there, that unless there's a conflict of him being mayor and being check signer, I don't have any problem leaving him alone. Because if you need a check signed, you need to be able to get somebody to sign it.
I don't know, I mean, just, he's not on the board, then does it matter?
I don't know.
So, why don't you ask, what's her name, the attorney?
Ellen
And
Davis.
Yeah, let Ellen give you an opinion and then talk about that next month.
Okay. So we'll just table that.
Yeah, I make a motion, we table it.
Second.
We have been working on, being able to sell Taylor Hicks tickets online. Will you tell them a little bit about?
We have an invoice cloud where people pay their utility bill, and within that setup, they would be willing to also set up a ticket sales, a concert ticket sales. It would have a small percentage for each sale, but there wouldn't be a fee for setup, and the money would go straight into the tourism bank account. I just gave Karen a few questions that we would have to answer before we could do that. But if your board decided to do that, that is a possibility of if you wanted to sell those tickets online for people who couldn't come into the town hall or whatever.
Is it a percentage?
It is.
Go ahead.
Oh, Karen's got it right in front of her. So she's thinking that you may sell the tickets for about $10, and so for 2 tickets, that's $20. It would cost 59 cents. So it's like 2.95%.
Yeah, if that's legal, that's very cheap.
Yeah.
I don't have any
Yeah.
problem with that.
I think
It wouldn't
that's
cost you, it would cost the customer. It's not gonna cost you anything.
Right, yeah, I know, but if it's legal to do that, I'd say that sounds good to me.
And it usually costs more than that whenever you do.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I think we need to do that. Get set up and let the people buy their tickets online.
How many are we selling again?
That was another question. You wanna continue on with this? I just jumped on that because I had Sonia doing it. We can actually have 1,500 seats on the home side, is what Allison Grooms, communicated me from the banner from the school. And our thinking is to have them facing the home side, have the band facing the home side. Our question was, how many do you wanna sell online and how many do you wanna sell local?
Online, as far simpler. I sell all I could that way.
Do we have to have a designated amount for the online sales?
Yes, because they didn't want to oversell more tickets than you have seats for. So like if you just tell them, we only wanna sell 1,000 online or such.
Let me ask this question: who's limiting it to 1,500? Because if you want a ticket and it's like a festival type concert, then the seats become first come first serve. And if you get a seat, you get a seat. If not, you're like we're watching a football game and standing up there.
That's true.
That's very true. If we have over 1,500 people,
Mm-hmm.
we could. I mean, I have no problem with that.
Yeah.
Me neither. Yeah.
Well, why don't we just go ahead and commit to 800 of them or 1,000 of them online, and then the rest of them
Here.
at the gates or here or whoever's local gonna help sell.
Yeah. And let's not figure we have to cut it off. Let's just sell
Exactly.
tickets.
Mm-hmm.
So there's no maximum?
The stadium probably has a maximum safety number.
Mhm.
I mean, I would think.
Well, whatever it was, we beat it Friday night, so don't worry.
Okay.
Okay, it's my understanding that we were gonna charge $10 for adults and $5 for children. Is that correct?
I don't remember that.
I don't remember that.
That's what's been
neither.
put out there. There's a poster actually at the visitor center that says that.
Okay. Well, and
Alright.
what's children's age? The cutoff for children is 12?
What? I don't even know what Taylor Hicks costs. What does he cost?
15,000. That right?
Mm-hmm.
And you're gonna sell the tickets for what?
$10 and $5.
I'm good with that.
We were never trying to make great amounts of money on
It was
this.
just something as part of helping the band, because
Sure,
the band is gonna
yeah.
help, and
Okay.
then part of the 150 years celebration type thing.
to kick off
Sure.
that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You don't have to tell me. I'm good.
Okay,
What age on the children? 12 and under?
I think so.
Can I somehow get to be the only beer vendor down there?
Let's don't go there.
Moving right along.
Is the band gonna operate the concession stands then?
Yes.
Good.
And we're giving them part of the proceeds, a portion of the
Yes,
proceeds.
portion of the proceeds will go to them, and the other will go back to us as far as trying to recoup a little bit.
Right. And we are going to invite vendors to sell down there.
Mhm. There should be plenty of food trailers and stuff like that on the outside of it if they.
Right. T-shirts.
Mm-hmm.
Some of our handmaids people, things of that nature. Where there's people, I think we should
Mm-hmm.
invite the locals to come in and make money.
Yeah, it's a Saturday, but it's a Saturday, right?
Mm-hmm.
The farmer's market didn't open that day yet, though, in 2022.
And what is the date? It's a spring date, right?
May 7th.
Yeah, well, you can have anything happen, but that sounds perfect to me.
Well, even if the farmer's market is open that morning, they'll be out of the way by the time this starts.
You know, I was thinking it might be a good day
Uh-huh.
Move it into.
to have them, to have vendors or whatever.
Oh, I see what you're saying
Yeah,
now.
it
Yeah,
might be, there might be people in town, there might be a lot of people,
that is true.
around. Just might be something to mention.
Well, we kinda moved things around right then, but next we're gonna have Revved Up, talking to us. He was on the agenda after the financial report, and then we kinda jumped to the Taylor Hicks thing. I figured you kinda wanted to.
Yeah, we wanna do our Christmas celebration decoration contest again. And so we'll have a minimum of $1,900 in our budget to pull that off. And possibly if we run more than one ad in the Star, we would need maybe another $250 above that. We've got Graham County Festivals has donated $500 for the festival, and you folks have been donating for it for the last 2 years. It's the first year we had 18 people that decorated and registered, and last year we had 24, so it seems to be growing every year. And so whatever you all would feel like kicking in, I guess if it's $1,900, $1,400 would give us all the money that we need. We came last month, but again, you didn't have a quorum, so we're kind of under the gun now.
Say something, Debbie.
What did we give them last year?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask. Didn't we give you like 1,000 on it last year?
I think you gave us $1,300 for. I think you covered the prizes.
I don't
We
remember.
covered all the
'Cause-
prizes.
Yeah, I think so. I think so. But Sonia might know, or does she keep your books?
I don't even remember. Yeah, she
Yeah.
does. So what is it, 1,400?
It's 1,300. Well, 1,400 we need to cover everything. 1,300 covers the prizes. So.
Do you have like a start date and an application?
Yeah, well, we tried to take this countywide this year. The Star was gonna have Art go out and take pictures of all the houses around the county. I couldn't get anybody at the county to even talk to me. So, we couldn't get any of the tourism. We tried to get, Lake Santitla and Fontana Village to get their tourism authorities to kick in. So I'm just frustrated. I think it'd be great to go countywide with it, but maybe next year, not this year. So it's been real good here with just in the town, and we just wanna do it again.
I'll tell you, I'll make a motion to give you the whole 1,400 if you'll extend it 2 miles out of town in any direction. That way we try to expand a little.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we can, I think we could do that if Kevin was gonna have Art Miller, take pictures of the houses. The hard thing for us for expanding was that we couldn't get the buses to go and look at all the houses if it was, but we could do that if Art Miller, I think Kevin was all excited about it, and I think he would do it. So
Okay,
if Art will take pictures, and then they can just judge by the pictures.
yeah.
And I think we could still do that and still have the December 11th deadline for having everything decorated the same as the Christmas parade.
Yeah, I like the idea of having it extended a little bit because of,
Yeah.
Over there, that one gas station didn't even qualify, and they had their place.
Oh yeah, that was
Right.
that. Yeah, they were pretty, and there's one out. What is it, Milltown out here on the corner? There's a house out there that always decorates real great too.
Well, I'm gonna second, Dirk's motion of the 1,400 and extend it to 2 miles.
Okay, that'd be great.
So it's 2 miles from the center of town.
2 miles beyond the town limits, right? Is that right, Dirk?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and you know where it's at, right?
Yep. We know where the town limits are. Don't know where 2 miles are, but we'll find out.
Okay. There we go.
How'd you vote, Lisa?
I opposed.
Do you have an application?
I have some registration forms, and I'll bring them up here.
Okay, if you wanna email me one, or if you wanna drop
Okay.
one off, I can make you some copies. and
Okay.
I just like to be
That's fine.
argumentative sometimes.
And,
That 2 miles
I'll
should have
scan
been
it
1
and
mile.
send it to
And then she would've-
everybody.
I
Then
think
I'll
I've got a
let
it go.
PDF file, and because I think
You're
on
up in my
an 8 by 11
competition. I'm
page,
kidding.
I think it takes like 6 or 8 of them, and I
Okay,
think I've got it already on PDF so that you can print them
okay,
that way, and then we just cut them on a paper cutter.
and I'll put them at the library and some of the different.
Great, and I'll talk to Kevin about, I'll talk to Kevin and see if he can put something in the paper about us, extending it 2 miles.
And when is the judging and all that?
Well, we're gonna judge the, Friday, Christmas, I think, is on a Saturday.
Mhm.
And so the Friday night, we were gonna give the awards out at the courthouse, like about 4 o'clock Friday, so that everybody can get their prize money before Christmas.
Okay,
On the 24th.
On the 20, I think, check your calendar for the day, I think Christmas is Saturday.
You better put another time, a lot of people doing
yeah,
stuff.
a lot of people are not gonna wanna go out on the courthouse just to see if they won something on Christmas Eve, cause they've got a lot of things going on with their families.
Yeah. But anyways, it was good, you'll figure it out.
Yeah.
So how will they
And
find
they
out?
may need it after
I'm
Christmas.
sorry?
How will they
worse
find
than
out if
need
they
it
won?
before Christmas.
That's up to him, isn't it?
Yeah, mhm.
I'll talk with Kevin this week and, make sure that we're okay with that, and might be able to get Sean at
We'll
Mapping
get those
to.
nutcrackers set out at Bear's office.
Will you bring us a list of participants and who won the prizes when it's over?
Sure, oh yeah, yeah, I think we published it in the paper last year.
I can't remember.
Or we sent in a story, I don't know if it got published or not.
Mhm.
But Kevin's on board with everything, I think he'll help us with everything this year.
Okay.
And if people know who is in the decorating contest, they'll ride around and look at it and then vote through the Green Star too, I think.
Okay, well, I'll talk with Kevin and see how he wants to handle it, but I know we had talked earlier about Art just taking the pictures and letting them judge from the pictures. And so however he wants to do it, whether he wants to let people go and vote or however he wants to do it.
Okay.
All right,
Thank
appreciate
you.
you, yep. Y'all have a good meeting.
Thanks.
Our old business now, the Historical Society, I'm just gonna let you kinda take over from here, because you've kinda got all that in your,
They have sent out, membership form and donation. I don't know if y'all want, like 1 year is $25, 5 years is $100, 10 years is $200, and then 1,000 or more is lifetime membership. So they have sent us out a form. I don't know if y'all have thought any more about what we can do to assist them in getting the building open, but, the membership would probably be a good start.
I'm fine with that.
I'm fine with it too.
do we wanna do a membership level of 1 year or 5 years?
I'd go 5, Eddie, really.
Okay.
What was 5?
5 is 100.
Okay. I'm fine with that.
Okay, well, we're gonna make a motion for that and just, okay. Make a motion to do the 5 years membership for the, Historical Association for $100.
I'll second that.
And I'm in favor.
The trunk or treat, I felt like it was successful for the weather we had.
Mhm.
We probably had about 300 people, something like that, between 300 and 400, I think, come up and go through.
We had 277
They did,
plus the, yeah, we counted them.
good job.
So we thought it was great,
Mhm.
and I'm all about, let's do it again.
Okay.
The kids seem to enjoy it a lot.
They did.
Well, they were outside where they could see each other,
Uh-huh.
and even though it was a rainy day, it was just kind of weirdly fun.
It was a little like Halloween, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Did the school, was theirs well attended?
It was, because I know I couldn't get home when I left here, I had to go.
Or bring them down? I'm glad.
Oh yeah, they had a big crowd.
The Christmas parade is December the 11th. Lineup is over at the RHS, high school parking lot. We would like for everyone to be there around 4 o'clock. I know a lot of people pull up there and decorate. Thus far, I have 3 people signed up. I've sent out applications to various people, to the library, places of that nature. So if you have someone that has not signed up, I'll be happy to email them an application or fill one out for them. We'd love to have everybody in the county participate.
What about the ones that that participated last year? Has any of those responded to it?
Hosanna Church and Cody Law Group have.
Okay.
I'm doing one, but I haven't filled out a form.
I may reach out to Old Mother Church and see, cause you know, she had spoke to me about wanting to have that drive-through nativity thing, and now they're not gonna do it.
Are they not?
So they may, you know, they may wanna put a
Do
float
a
in the
float.
parade. Yeah.
Grand Marshal.
Let me go back to one thing. I heard through the grapevine that Kansas Robbinsville, one of those was gonna do one too, but I don't know for sure. That's just something.
That would be good. And this year we'll have the band too, right?
I've got
Hopefully.
to talk to her.
That would be awesome.
I could ask Nikki. Me and her know each other.
Okay.
Well, I like how they
That would
put the
be
band
awesome.
on a float at the homecoming parade, because I've always thought it's so hard, it's so far.
A lot of walking.
Yeah.
That's true
If we
too.
could figure out how to get them something to ride, that would be good, I think.
Yeah, I think that would be good too. I think you know, the band director would be willing
Receptive.
to help out with that, just to get their volume out there, their sound, cause they're really doing good.
So I don't really know anybody with a truck and trailer, but except for maybe Dirk.
There's plenty out there, we'll find them one.
I had thought about, for the Grand Marshal, maybe our military, since we did EMT last year.
That'd be good. Do you know, Mike Shanahan's probably the one you wanna speak to then.
How do you spell his last name?
Shahan,
A-N?
I think, Shanahan.
Do you have his contact information?
I don't have it on me, but
Okay.
I can get it.
Okay, and I'll communicate with him. Any other suggestions, or somebody you have your heart set on as a Grand Marshal?
Not me, I'm sorry, I had to leave you for a minute. I had another call popped in, but I don't have any ideas for that.
I mentioned somebody and I forgot it.
Well, we talked about Billy.
Billy Morphew.
And he said no. Okay.
I don't think he's gonna do it.
Yeah, he probably won't. Okay.
If somebody else wants to reach out.
I think the military's great. That's a great idea.
I think the military's good and because we get to do the Veterans Parade. So I think it's kinda nice if we did something like that. I can't think of anybody else either. So,
Sounds good to me.
Okay, I'll communicate with Mike. Hometown Holiday, we're gonna combine it with the farmer's market. There, we will be participating in the cookie crawl down there too. They would like for us to provide some music that day for them. probably around between $150 and $200 is what most people are charging.
Is the farmer's market gonna be in the community building?
No,
Okay, that's a good thing because,
Right.
yeah,
they're gonna do it outside, and Mary and I looked at the weather, and it looks like it's gonna be around 60 degrees. Of course, I know this can change, this is long range forecast, and possibly 30% chance of rain that morning.
okay.
But their intention, they felt like they were really too crowded in the community
They
building.
are.
So they came back outside and with this new variant and such. So we talked about we will have portable heaters if we need to, and just set up maybe Santa and Mrs. Claus, their music here, and then the drive-through down beside the gymnasium.
This
Or-
is on December 11th as well.
Yes.
Correct, and it is from 9 till 2 that day.
Well, I know the pictures with the Santa Claus are not gonna start until about 10:30, and they're gonna go till, what is it, 2, until the farmer's market closes? Yeah,
Is that going to be there as well?
yes,
The farmers took pictures with Santa?
uh-huh.
I'm fine with whatever little money they wanted there, guys. We wanna contribute. For music.
Okay,
They need us one band?
for that day, yes.
And they're gonna, they're gonna sing that whole time, or take, from 9 o'clock until 2, or,
It's long.
I doubt it.
okay, so
They
just
will
kinda
probably have
midday.
a time frame,
Okay,
yes. We'll try to do that from 10 until, do you want me to see what the price would be if they went from like 10 till 2, or
that's
should we-
too long, that's too much singing for one person.
should we try to have 2 different groups come in, or just do music for a set time?
Yeah, just do a breakout of just music.
Maybe start the music later
Yeah,
and let it end a little early.
Okay.
well, I make a motion that we pay this group $200.
Second.
I'm fine, yes.
Did we get a yes out of her?
Yes, we did.
You got 2 yeses out of me, so let's don't press our luck.
I'm marking them down here.
And is it okay if I run an ad for the combination hometown holiday farmers market? And whatever group we get, we'll advertise the hours and such.
You have a budget for hometown holiday, right? I mean, it's part of your,
I have the liberty of buying an ad up to $100.
oh, okay, gotcha, so,
So
you want a
is it-
bigger ad?
No, I think that is fine.
Okay, so that'll cover it then, we don't have to change anything.
Right.
Okay.
We talked about tickets for Taylor Hicks. Is there anything else about the concert we need to discuss?
When do tickets go on sale?
As soon as we can get them set up, Sonia was gonna start tomorrow working on that with the online, and then, do you want me to find a printer to print tickets? Probably is what we need to do, maybe the school print shop, do you think they could print the
Yeah,
tickets?
see if the school would help out with that.
We wanted to get it done because we were talking about it would be nice little stocking stuffer Christmas presents and such.
That is true.
Give out a bunch. $10.
I know.
It's a good little $10 gift.
Okay, the tour of the Stanley Frontier Building, sort of got put off. Sophia Hollis did a presentation called What's New Robbinsville, and we have a copy of it here. I can email you a copy, Dirk, if you want me to. It basically discusses the progress from 2016 to 2021, the businesses and things of that nature that have popped up.
Yeah.
So I'll be happy if any of y'all want a copy of this, I can make or email you copies.
It doesn't mention stands at the front of the building at all. It just talks about small businesses that have started.
I did, I was talking to, I guess Sean, our new mayor, said that it had been annexed into the town of Robbinsville. Any of y'all know when?
That's been a good while back.
Has it?
That was a long time ago.
Okay. And Sonia had went through and pulled up how much dollar-wise water and sewer we were losing per year, I think, on that. I don't have it in front of me, but we were looking at the difference it had made in it being up and functioning and being setting now.
My understanding is that it's been vandalized a whole lot, so, I don't know how optimistic anybody is that it'll ever be reoccupied as it was, but I'd sure like to see something.
I am very.
I'm very optimistic about it too. I'm not sure that it'll ever be a furniture plant again, or even a plant at all. But it could be turned into much more than that.
I think so too.
Yeah.
An excellent event center with retail venues and things of that nature.
I wanted to, put an ammunition manufacturing plant in there.
That
And,
was,
That would be amazing.
That would be great. People
I
would
just
love
never
it.
have gotten any other people want to put any money in it, so I'm still looking at that too. Every time we elect a Democrat president, you can sell all the ammo you want to. So, I don't know, I just think that would work pretty good, because there's a shortage all the time.
That is true.
that is true.
It's hard to get, for sure.
Well, it's certainly part of our culture there. We all love our guns, I do. And, I just thought that would fit in pretty well.
And pretty, but you are correct on the culture. It would definitely be something that would employ quite a few people too.
You
Yeah, that
know,
would be the goal.
Smith and Wesson, they've moved to Tennessee from where were they at? Up north?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Smith and Wesson's moving to Maryville, and Remington's moving somewhere else down south.
Hey, on to new business, we discussed the farmer's market and the music and the ad, so I think that sort of combined with the hometown holiday unless there's something else. There's this survey that was completed on the farmer's market and the answers, so you might wanna look at that just for input, thought, things of that nature. The Great Strategic Tourism Plan, I met with Kristen Borgstrom, she's from Place and Main Advisors in Michigan. I have put on the, Town of Robbinsville Facebook page a survey that asks about things, her questions pertaining to Graham County. I would love for y'all to go on and take that survey. I can also email you a copy of that survey if you would.
And it's on our Facebook page?
It's on the Town of Robbinsville, yes.
Okay.
You email me one or
I'll go check that out, or email me one and I'll just do it.
Okay.
Back.
Okay, but it's an excellent survey, but she will be doing a strategic tourism plan for Graham County.
Okay.
We had one of those a few years ago.
I'm not sure grade is brought her in, so I'm not real positive if it's just because we need such an update or, if this is required by a grant that they have
Probably
requested.
Okay. Do we have anything that we need to go into closed session for?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
But I do have a thing that is not on the agenda, but now that we, at least next month or some point, talk about the implications for us of the alcohol. We aren't gonna get any income from alcohol sales, but, you know, are there implications for RTA since it passed?
Mhm.
And things, do we need to do something we haven't thought of, or?
Yeah.
My honest thought on that is, and I get credit or blame for being the first person to bring it back since 1948 down at Boca. I don't think in 2 weeks you'll notice any difference at all. Once it's out, I think that it will just be part of life. I feel like that it will be very smooth. There certainly won't be any increase in public drunkenness or drunk driving because we can just go down there to town and buy you a beer if you want one.
Well, I really wasn't thinking about that as much as like the implications for tourism and
Mhm.
increases in tourism or
Well, I think we'll see an increase in the tourists
increases in
staying.
stays or,
Mhm.
you know, I don't know, just, do we need to think about anything? I guess that's the question I have. Do we need a different advertising thing or do we need?
I
I
think-
don't think we could, and I'm glad you brought it up. It's
Yeah.
something to be thinking about. I think restaurants will benefit from it, and maybe will benefit from getting an additional restaurant or two at some point. Who knows?
As soon as we get the certification from the state that everything, you know, is passed and stuff, then it's time for us to start moving on to those next steps of, I guess promoting is not the right word for it, but getting it out there and starting to let the retailers and the restaurants know and getting them set up, and then we can, you know, get it out there too. But,
Yeah, I think it'll be a smoother thing as it happens than some may fear.
Well, like one of the things that, you know, people ask for me, since I'm I'm a innkeeper as it were, you know, is where you go. So having a new list for the notebook
mhm,
that you made about where you can get a drink if you want one,
mhm.
that kind of
So,
thing.
absolutely. There's gonna be a change in notebook too.
Yeah, it will be a change in
I
notebook.
probably need to just make new notebooks, don't I?
Yes.
Probably.
You know, you just don't know what'll happen, but it will be constantly evolving. I mean, I'm excited that it's going to be very positive.
And I did talk to Tri-County Community College in Southwestern. They offer Safe Serve, but you can go online and get the education you need to offer retail alcohol sales in the state of North Carolina. So it is something you can go online and do.
Have you had any questions about it?
The only questions I've been getting is properties in the city limits that are for sale, but as far as, I think they have come to Sonia and Sherry as far as when can we get the application